I bet, here we go. Welcome back to another video. It's been a long time, and this one is about me heading to Chiswick House, one of the spots that's been on my list for a while. It's been there. I'm finally going, finally heading, and literally the first 4 photos is something I'm starting to get into more on my walks, is taking pictures of cars. I just love the way cars look and the different angles you can go with. So the first one's just literally a full body one, and then the second one is just a front, much the half profile look. Used Photoshop to get rid of the license plate number on all these photos, but the last one is my favorite, is where we have the cyclist. I saw it coming down and I thought I could take advantage of it, just speeding through the frame and literally having the Mercedes logo on the wheel, just perfectly angled, and the way it hits her foot is perfect. I would have just liked the subject, the male subject walking through the frame, just to be in the triangle part, top triangle part of the bicycle, and it would have just completed it. But it still adds something, a couple layers to the photo. But yeah, this is one of my favorites of the day. This last one is my favorite of the day. Okay, so now I've hit Chiswick House and I just wanted to have a look at the map to familiarise myself with the surroundings. Where am I going to walk to? What is around? That type of stuff. So I've seen, just before looking at this map, a woman and her dog, and I wanted to just take a different perspective, being a little bit closer to ground on the level of the dog, so I could create a different story, as if the dog is leading the owner rather than the owner is leading the dog. And then the second photo is just them walking into Chiswick House, creating a little element of mystery of which way they're going to go or how far into Chiswick House they are heading. One of the challenges I set myself for going out on these street sessions, these street POVs, was to just shoot with my 35mm lens, so with a crop sensor that would make it a 55mm lens. But coming across to this house, I wanted to kind of shoot at two different focal lengths. So at 35mm, which would be 55, and then shooting wider with my 10-20. I think I shot this at around 10mm or 12, and I wanted to pose the question to you guys: which do you prefer? Do you prefer the tighter cropped in, or do you prefer it wider at around, I believe it was either between 10-14, possibly 10-12mm? But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. But that's just the story behind this one. Nothing too special, but I just wanted to have two different perspectives on this particular building, which is Chiswick House. So for the last pick, which is arguably my favorite one, because I do love working with light and shadows and seeing how it just creates a different story, a different perspective, just a different, source to the images that you create or want to create. So setting up the composition, as this is me walking on the way back, walking home, I just wanted a subject to walk through. There is what is the chances of a subject coming into frame that matches the color scheme of the wall on the right of the underpass which I'm walking through. You can't plan for these things, that's why I like street photography. It's the unexpected, and the way the light and shadows are just cutting across the subject's body, really highlighting the similarity in the colors between what she's wearing and the wall, just completes the entire image. And that's why it is my favorite from this Chiswick House street session.